I wanted to share something today, and I was just thinking about it, and I had to learn the hard way. I used to use, and sometimes I still do, I think I do, depending on the situation, is use scare tactics, like with my children and growing up and stuff like that. And I noticed, and I have learned that it's not that effective. And then depending on the personalities that we may be speaking to, for some it could be effective and they remember it for a long time. And then just thinking about those that it's not too effective for. Like, it depends on each individual, but overall scare tactics is not good. And I just wanted to share that, like, being respectful when giving messages. Like, imagine standing before a crowd, hundreds, maybe thousands of people, all with their own unique stories, their own unique backgrounds, their own unique beliefs. And the greatest challenge and privilege we have in these moments is not just being heard, but being understood. And so today, that's why I want to talk about what truly works from my experience I'm sharing when communicating with a mass audience, and why methods rooted in fear and belittlement have lost their power. Like to attack somebody's face, you damn near white, you too yellow, you know, the way your boobs are, the way your nose is, the way your mouth is, the way your eyes are, the way your toes are, the way you speak, the way you don't speak. Or just pick a particular word that you say and sit on that and attack that. Those things are not and have not been effective. The belittling part, along with the fear tactics, they lose power. They lose their power. So why I feel, and I wanted to share from my experience, fear-based tactics fall short. So for decades, think about it. Programs like Scared Straight or heavy-handed anti-drug campaigns relied on scare tactics and shocking imagery to get their point across. The logic seemed sound, and instill enough fear and people will change. But we know through both research and experience, these approaches often miss the mark. Defensiveness and denial. When confronted with fear-based messaging, people naturally become defensive, back at you type deal. Young audiences in particular are hardwired to push back against negativity. So instead of reflection, the common response is, that won't happen to me. Or just tuning it out totally, completely. So unintended consequences. In some cases, scare tactics not only fail to deter risky behavior, but actually make those behaviors more appealing for certain high-risk individuals, personalities, and behaviors, okay? So fear messages can even be mocked or dismissed, undermining the seriousness of the issue. No long-term change. Real change doesn't happen when people are scared into being compliant. It happens when they are empowered with knowledge. They see real life relevance and understand the choices before them. The harm of belittling and devaluing approach is just belittling the audience or individual within when you're having communication. This can be in many forms, like mocking the way somebody talks, criticizing their appearance, making assumptions about their background, because what you think is in your head should be reality. Otherwise, attacking personal characteristics to make a point. In communication theory, especially in the context of public persuasion, these are called character attacks. That's the word I was looking for, ad hominem. I did a video on that a while ago. AD space HOMINEM attacks, ad hominem. Arguments aimed at the person rather than the ideas. Research shows that division and disconnection, when speakers resort to personal attacks, listeners feel alienated and disrespected. Instead of persuading, the speaker erects barriers, promoting the audience to disengage and sometimes even to retaliate or protest. Redefining the message. Rather than focusing on the speaker's message, audiences focus on the harm or unfairness of the attack. It hurts. And the original point is lost. Like, what the fuck are we talking about now? What actually works? Principles for effective mass communication. So if scare tactics and belittling don't work, what does? Know your audience. Understand perspectives. Learn what matters to your listeners, their fears, their hopes, and experiences. Tailor your message. Speak to what they know and care about, not just what you want to say. Communicate with respect. Focus on issues, not the individual. Critique ideas and behaviors, like not people's bodies, voices, or backgrounds. Build bridges. Invite connection by using language that unites and includes. Be authentic and clear. Speak sincerely. Audiences can tell when a speaker is being genuine. Keep it concise. Strip away unnecessary jargon. Clarity wins over complexity every single time. Empower. Don't frighten. Offer solutions. Provide actionable ideas and hope, not just a warning. Encourage self-reflection. Ask questions that prompt audiences to think rather than react defensively. Listen as well as speak. Create space for feedback. Let your audience know their voices matter. Adjust when needed. Effective communicators are always learning and adapting. So it is tempting to research for easy tools, shock, fear, or ridicule when addressing big challenges. But the evidence is clear. Lasting change takes root in respect and being authentic and understanding. When we speak to the best in people, we give them not just a message, but a path forward. That's the kind of communication that truly makes a difference. And I'd like to end with, it can't be for everybody. It can't be for everybody. There are some of those that you're going to have to go deep with. Again, like knowing your audience. But sometimes you just got to flat out go deep. Don't defend, don't engage, don't explain, and don't personalize. Get the fuck out of here. FOH.